Yeah. Carbs are not the enemy. How many times do I have to? Oh, hi there. Yeah, this is a good time to talk carbs. And I always ask someone when they say carbs are the enemy, aren't they? What foods are you imagining when you're mentioning carbs? And typically it's not, fruit, veggies. It's almost always that junk food that comes in a box, chips. They're not just carbs. Pizza's not just a carb. You know, chocolate is not just a carb. These are foods that happen to have carbs in a decent quantity, but also a lot of fat. And it's the combination of the two that makes them very high in calories, extra tasty, very easy to overeat. So that's why carbs are looked at as the villains, because they're kind of boxed in with junk food, which is more so really high calorie. So I am a fan of carbs. They play a role when it comes to workouts, building muscle, and there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of it. But if you look at chips, Mike Dolan made this comparison to Lay's chips, where they're actually, the calories from fat are higher than the calories from carbs in potato chips. So you never say, chips are a fat, but technically they're more of a fat than a carb. So that's why we track and get clients to understand certain foods, aren't worth the caloric cost, or, you make them fit on special occasions. That's why it's important to understand food labels, the basics of macros, so that you can make informed decisions and you're not caught up with the fads and going down rabbit holes that don't really serve you, right? Carbs right now are sort of that villain of nutrition, and fat, which was once the villain in maybe the 80s or 90s, is now laughing in our face because we're putting it in our coffee. We load up olive oil in our cooking foods, and that just adds up to calories that end up sabotaging our weight loss goals, right? So if you need macro cheat sheet, drop me the word macros. I'll send that off to you now, okay? Hopefully that helps.